Well, up at the grandstand, it's interesting who we bump into here because that's our plan. We'd like to just mingle with the crowds. Mark's with us from London, from the Ace Cafes, which is, I've seen it. I mean, it's a mecca for bikers and also people with like very expensive cars. Would you accept that? It attracts that sort of clientele?
Effectively, we're a home for those that love motors, bikes and cars, and invariably with TT approaching each year, we'll have hordes of people travelling from Europe principally on their bikes coming into the UK.
I hear that they stop you, don't they?
Stop with us, have a cup of tea and a bacon sandwich, and head northwest to Liverpool on the ferries and the land of kippers.
Now, your operation is quite large. I mean, you've got places around the world, haven't you?
Well, yes, we've licensed a number of operators. And you can hear the screaming in the background. It's fantastic out here. More coming. Bit of a gap now. Yep, there's a bit of a gap now. The people, those of us that love motorsport, motors and these screaming engines and tyres and whatnot, all that tyre smoke, we're all over the world. And with the passage of time, what we've come to represent, as it were, as a home for those that love vehicles and the thrill of speed. There are now premises in China, Switzerland, Finland, Spain and the United States. And we're in dialogue with a number of other people from other territories.
But the Isle of Man, no?
Well, the Isle of Man...
You love your bike so much, don't you?
It's an obvious place for an ace, an absolute obvious place. But the challenge, of course, is that it's a small island and its population increases dramatically for a fortnight, end of May and beginning of June. It pops up again, that population, over the August bank holiday weekend. So there are challenges here which aren't quite the same as challenges in the places I've just mentioned.
Well, I hear a rumour you are wanting to start here.
We certainly do want to open here, and it certainly seems that there's an appetite for us to open here. Finding the right partners and the right location.
Location's everything, right?
Location's everything.
Because you need somewhere you can park a lot of bikes and very expensive cars, right?
Well, I wouldn't say necessarily very expensive cars, because it's often the case that, coming to bikes again, it's often the case you can have as much fun on a 50cc riding that to the edge as you can on a 1200, 1000 cc's and all that upwards. So it's pretty much the same with cars. We host all sorts of cars, from supercars in London through to classic cars, and of course youngsters with what we would arguably say are hot hatches and whatnot. Different demographics, different age groups are able to pursue that.
I mean, you could go for a pop-up, but you're thinking a full-time operation.
I think there's scope for a full-time operation, which I believe could add to the attractions of the island.
And would you run this, or would you be a franchise, or what?
No. What a growl that went through. No, we typically operate by means of what we call licensing.
Yeah.
So you've got franchise or a license. And we license.
Are you in talks with people here then?
We've certainly have dialogues going. Where we'll wind up, we don't know. But there are ambitions, as I'm sure many on the island are aware. There's ambitions certainly that I can think of at Derby, and changes here and changes there. But my layman's thinking here, the location is right where we are sat.
I was going to say.
It's here. And all these temporary buildings, no, there should be permanent stuff up here. There should be stuff here telling the story of the island and TT.
So would you like to see it here for next year?
I would love to see it here for next week.
Oh.
I don't know about next year. Whether that's doable, achievable, only time will tell.
Watch that space,
it's a challenge. Watch this space. We'll certainly be back as Ace Cafe, whether we have premises here or not. We will be here, and we look forward to eventually pulling it off, as they say, and doing fresh kippers.